Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple 1. It's a rainy day here. It's going to be rainy today and tomorrow. So I'll be doing some inside work. I want to bring you a video. The information I'm given comes from a few sources. And I won't even tell you the location. But they're in law enforcement and federal law enforcement. And they also work at some military posts. The information is that the Afghans that were brought over here were totally not vetted. And you can read that for yourself on the media. But they were not vetted. Some of them, they don't even know who they were. He says that they got phones. The government's giving them phones, government giving them money. There's no shortages of money for them. They have plenty of money to go spend. And he said a lot of them have disappeared, just left. They have no idea where they are. I don't know a number, but there is a considerable amount of people that have disappeared. Some of these people are not friendly to the United States, and they were brought over by the Biden administration without proper vetting, without proper background checks. This is a crime. This is a crime against the country. So we have to deal with that. They were brought over for a reason. Also, the Biden administration is supporting where ICE officers, immigration officers, they couldn't go to like churches, hospitals, schools to arrest people, to investigate. But now it's also been where they can't go to a homeless shelter, can't go to wherever children gather, the bus stop, any relief site, child care. So really, ICE agents can really not get anyone. So we have a lot of people in this country illegally. Millions are coming across the border. And this is a failure of the Biden administration. So Democrats that voted for him, if you voted for him, shame on you. But if you did, please explain to me why gas at my local place that I usually buy is $3.27. It was definitely not that price under the Trump administration. Also, please, why in the world is our border wide open and illegal drugs and terrorists? Yes, terrorists. If you're a Democrat and you voted for Biden, the policy is no border control. People that want to harm Americans are coming across the border. So, if you voted for Biden, you're responsible for these policies. You wanted these policies. You knew what these policies were going to be. He was pretty clear that he was going to pander to the very left of the Democratic Party. So, you need to be careful. When you're out and about, be observant of what's going on around you, because there's people in this country that hate us. Now, for the people that are crossing the border, illegals, they just want a better life, I'm painting a very broad brush, but if we did it properly, and we needed people in this country, if they came across the border legally, and we knew who they were, I would have no problems with that if we did it legal. None at all. And so you can't say, oh, you don't want anybody in this country because you're a racist. And that's what you Democrats will say. That's not true. I want to know who's over here. And you know what? I don't want to give away citizenship in the United States freely and just throw it out there. Even if you're illegal and you come over here. I want it to be something earned. I want it to be something appreciated. So if we need workers, we can have workers come over here, give them the proper paperwork, and know who they are. But we need to build the border wall. Without the border wall, we have no security. If you look, and just in my local areas, you can see where illegal immigrants are being arrested for crimes, for assaults, for drunk driving. I know of one guy that had his parents killed by a drunk driver. Illegal drunk driver that should have never been here. This happened years ago. So, if you voted for Biden, bear some responsibility. Please don't go out and say, oh, can't do nothing about it. You're holding his hand. You put him in office. Take some responsibility. Gas is going to go higher. So, you got a plan. You got to prepare accordingly. Do what you can to sort of not make it as hard on yourself. Try to keep your trips down. If you got to go out a couple times a week, maybe cut it down to one time a week to save some fuel and do all your errands at one time. Big thing, put proper air in your tires. Look what they recommend for your tires. And make sure you keep air in your tires. That will definitely help. The proper PSI. I'm noticing more and more things are harder to find at the store. I hope you're prepared and prepped accordingly, and don't just think a month or 2 or 3. You need to start thinking long term. You need to start thinking, what is Argentina looks like? What does Venezuela look like? What does the communist Eastern Bloc look like before they fell? The shortages of food, the shortages of needed materials. Start thinking about what you can produce. Start studying. Start learning a skill that you can do at your house. Keep prepping. Thanks for watching.